are currently here at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation executing a search warrant in connection to an ongoing investigation into allegations of impropriety at the Parish Council. We've targeted about 17 locations today before coming here. Those 17 locations are the homes and residences of employees and associates of employees of the KSMC, of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. The operation is intended to effect a number of search warrants. At this point, there are no arrests planned, but obviously, depending on the outcome of the investigations, that could change in the coming days. We've tried to execute this operation with as minimal impact on the public as possible. Obviously, there are a number of sterile areas, but for those areas that are unaffected, it should be business as usual. We're executing a search warrant as part of an investigation, yes.
So that was a report from the Jamaica Observer of a raid or several raids carried out by MOCA, agents of MOCA, this morning at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation and some of their staff members' homes. Of course, we have more for you. We're going to get the information from different sources because, sometimes they have their linky that give them stories and pinch them and tell them things. So we're going to go to the various media houses to hear what it is that they're reporting to see if we can get as much information as possible. But before I do so, I'm going to welcome you to Jamaica 411. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're here with me for the first time, welcome. Also, I'd like to say welcome back to my subscribers. Everyone, please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Please go ahead and do so from now on. When you come to Jamaica 411, it's quality stuff you're going to get. So you can feel free to go ahead, give the video a thumbs up, share, as well as subscribe to the new persons visiting for the first time. And feel free to leave your comments in the comments section. And I want to thank you all in advance. So now that you're back with me, let's get down to business. This raid was conducted this morning by MOCA. And what I'm going to do, since I brought you the story from the Observer first, we're going to go to the Observer to hear what else they have to report on the state of the MOCA raids. So this Observer news item is headlined St. Catherine Parish Council among 17 locations targeted by MOCA in organized crime probe. So they are suggesting that it is organized crime that they are probing. Remember, the major never said what it was except to say it's part of an ongoing investigation. So it seems your linky told them it is an organized crime probe, according to the Observer. So the Observer story reads, the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation is among 17 locations where members of the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, MOCA, are currently involved in a joint operation alongside personnel from the Financial Investigation Division, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and soldiers from the Jamaica Defense Force. Now let me pause here, my peeps, and ask a very important question. At least I think the question is important. This raid that was done on the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, which was clearly organized by, MOCA, FID, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Why are soldiers from the Jamaica Defense Force present? Is the probe a matter of national security? Is there a threat to the state of Jamaica that requires the Jamaica Defense Force soldiers to be on the street and part of a raid of a government entity? Is that the case? Because if it is not the case, then why were the soldiers present? I mean, what the hell is going on? Anyhow, let me continue. According to MOCA, in a release Thursday morning, which is today, the operations are aimed at executing search warrants at the various locations across Kingston, St. Catherine, and Westmoreland. in connection with an ongoing investigation into allegations of serious organized crime. Now, we're going to look eventually to see what it is that this term organized crime means, so we can have some clue as to what it is they are investigating. But let us continue to read what the Observer had to say. According to the Jamaica Observer, Major Basil Jarrett, Director of Communications at MOCA, said the agency is unable to divulge further details at this point as the investigations and operations are ongoing. He is assuring residents, however, that there is no need to be unduly concerned about the presence of the law enforcement officers in their communities, as the operations will be conducted in accordance with what he said were the agency's core values of professionalism, accountability, and integrity. I should think, Major Jarrett, that, by the way, is this Major Basil Jarrett? Is he, that name sounds familiar. Is he one of those soldiers that were involved in the Tivoli Gardens incursion in 2010? Maybe, But my point is, if you turn up into people's communities with soldiers and M16 rifles at the ready, there's nothing you can tell them that will make them not be concerned. But I suppose you have to say what you have to say. But that is the story so far. Let me continue all the same because I think there is more. Let us now go to Nationwide News Network and see if there's any additional information we might find there. Because, Mars Cliff sometimes have little linky here and there. Let's go and have a read. So Nationwide News Network is reporting the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency has confirmed that it is involved in a joint operation at 17 locations across the parishes of Kingston, St. Catherine, and Westmoreland. It says the operations are aimed at executing search warrants in connection with an ongoing investigation into allegations of serious organized crime. They went on to report Nationwide News can confirm MOCA raided the homes of several members of the accounting staff at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. Director of Communications Major Basil Jarrett says the agency is unable to divulge further details at this point as the investigations and operations are ongoing. They went on to say the MOCA operations are being jointly executed with the security forces and agents from the Financial Investigation Division. So they're confirming that this is in fact a MOCA operations, right? So they are the lead agents in this operation, and it also collaborates, or they are also collaborating with the FID and I suppose the JCF and the Army, as was reported by the Observer. So what have we discovered so far? That MOCA is leading an investigation into allegations of serious organized crime, apparently linked between the three parish councils: Kingston, which is the KCMC, St. Catherine, and Westmoreland. Now, I don't know what it is about, but we do know that two of the parish councils have been controlled by the People's National Party for quite some time, and there are two mayors from the party because they control the councils. Now, what is a little puzzling though is the KSAMC. Remember, the PNP only assumed control, and it's only the mayorship that they have because the parish council, the corporation was tied 2020, I do believe, and therefore there is a PNP mayor and a JLP deputy mayor. The JLP deputy mayor was the mayor from 2016 until the election recently in February 2024. And of course, we are talking about Mayor Williams, Delroy Williams. So we're not quite sure if this ongoing probe that MOCA is speaking of was something that been going on for years, as these investigations have a way of doing, or it's a recent probe that they've opened, in which event, they seem to believe that there is some links between these three parish councils for them to be conducting 17 raids at private residences and including the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. What I found a little odd with what the major was saying was that they had gone to the 17 locations prior to going to the parish council. I would have thought that wisdom would have suggested it should have been simultaneous, unless what he meant was he went to the homes of these other persons from the other corporation, from Kingston and from Westmoreland, and then conducted a raid at the St. Catherine Parish Council. After that, perhaps they gained some information which led them to do so. If that is the case, that's fine. But if they had gone, and I think that's what he was suggesting, that they had gone to the homes of several members of the St. Catherine Parish Council prior to going to the parish council, I don't know what is the wisdom in that, because it seems to me that word could get back to the parish council and files could be destroyed if the persons who's placed the raid, they know exactly what it is they may be looking for. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure about that operation. I should have thought that if you're going to the staff members of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation house to do investigation, you should be doing one at the Municipal Corporation simultaneously as well. But hopefully we'll get some clarity in that matter soon. In trying to understand what it is that they could be probing, since they have not sought to tell us, we must look at what it is that is meant by organized crime. It says here, criminal activities. So that's the first element of organized crime. It is criminal activities. The second element is that they are planned and controlled by a powerful group and carried out on a large scale. So, first element of what is an organized crime is that it is involved in criminal activities. It is planned and controlled by powerful groups, not groups, and carried out on a large scale. Right? So, those are the elements. Why powerful groups? Because oftentimes they organize across borders, even parish lines. If it's a local organized group or an international organized group, it's across borders. And if the big shot is, say, located in Jamaica, who is the head of the group, then he's going to need assistance to help him over there. So it's an amalgamation, then it appears, of persons coming together for criminal activities on a large scale, and they are the ones who plan and control the organization. So that now is what organized crime is. So let us look now, just with the bare meaning, at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, and Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. What then are they investigating? Well, if organized crime is what they're investigating, it appears as though, before we even get into that, what it is that the parish councils do. Large part of what they do is provide service or services to members of the public. They give out work, and they are responsible for the maintenance of certain areas such as cemeteries, roads. There are some parish council roads, and that involve them maintaining those roads. So there's a lot of money going on at the parish council level. So any organized crime that is taking place with the corporation must therefore involve money and, more than likely, works. And the way in which the parish councils disburse money is through the contracts process. So we may be looking at the contracts system. However, remember that Nationwide said that the homes of some of the accounting staff were raided. That don't sound like any organized crime would be involved in that. That sounds like it might be straight thieving. But if it is an organized crime probe, then the question we need to ask ourselves is, how is it possible that the accounting staff at the municipal corporation would get involved with organized crime? What's the link? They are civil servants, more or less, and what they do is collect the money, bank the money, and make a note of the money in their books. That's what the accountants would do. But the accountants are also involved in payments. Payments to staff, and if there's any work that is being done that the corporation are hiring people for, they would pay those people as well. And I imagine there are other aspects to the parish council's operation that you, my peeps, can mention in the comment section that I may have overlooked. So if we look, for example, at the possibility that they may be investigating the payments to persons for doing work, then how would organized crime come into that? If it is that the criminal organizations are receiving contracts and they are providing workers for the parish council to work, then that could be what it is that is being probed. But that sounds to me like legitimate operations. But remember, operating gangs, a criminal organization, is a criminal offense in Jamaica. Therefore, any kind of support or any kind of contracts with an organization that is a gang or criminal organization, that also must be legal. So there are lots and lots of possibilities. It could also be bribery that they're investigating, involving persons who are operating criminal organizations of the staff members. We don't know yet, but they're tight-lipped. They ain't saying a word, and that is as it should be. When they have something to tell us, I imagine it's when they're ready to make arrests or they have made arrests, and then we will know for sure what it is that's going on. So we will just have to be patient. We now need to turn our attention to the possibility that what is happening at these parish councils may have something to do with the fact that they have several outstanding financial statements. Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, for example, they have not submitted a financial audited accounts since 2014, which is 8 years of outstanding financial statements. So all sorts of things may be happening at that corporation, and word may have gotten to the correct ear, and they are conducting their investigation. Then you have the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. I'm getting this information, by the way, from the Auditor General's report that was submitted last year for 2022. Yes, you remember that nonsense you hear people talking about 1.7 trillion missing or 1.7 trillion unaccounted for, and then it jumped to 3 trillion unaccounted for. Yes, it's the same report that I am getting this information from. And so Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, they have 6 outstanding years of financial statements, no audited reports since 2016, right? So all kinds of things may be happening there. And one of the things that happen at some of these municipal corporation is that sometimes one or two of them, they don't have an internal auditor, which make the thing risky. Yes, you have to have an internal auditor at the very least to keep their eyes on what is going on. So that is for Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation. Let's see what is happening now with the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. Now, if you take a look at the bottom of this table, you will see it says St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, and they have 4 years of financial statements outstanding. They have not submitted a report since 2018, which means they are not quite as bad as the KCMC nor the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. And there is some notes as well. Let's see what it is the Auditor General said. So at table 33 of the Auditor General's report, it says specific responses from the local authorities. So she's in dialogue with almost all of them. And for the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, whom have not submitted any financial statements since 2014, she said the source documents are being located, but some are unable to be located. Nonetheless, they are working to get them completed for submission. So the problems that they are having, and I don't know why they should have a problem with the source documents, because when people come in to pay, whatever they come in to pay, they are given a receipt. So they are saying they're having trouble locating some of the documents, but they're trying their best. So that is what the situation is with Westmoreland. With all of this, you can imagine it opens up the council for all kind of footsie-wootsie to take place. So under the specific responses from the local authorities, at the very top, you see it says Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. And it says in the remarks and the challenges that they may be having, in dialogue with Auditor General Department and finalizing with them based on the template submitted. So it seems as if they are having some kind of an accounting issue, and the Auditor General's Department is trying to assist them in sorting that out. And then they will, I suppose, begin to do the audits or submit their audits. And based on what I saw, there were no ongoing discussions with the Auditor General of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. So in terms of the Auditor General's report of last year, that's the situation now. So there not being an audit of these three municipal corporations in quite a while, it's doubtful that this source of the information that went to the MOCA came from the Auditor General's audits. You following me? Yes. So I think we've kind of more or less, for now in any event, put that possibility to bed. Now, my peeps, when I heard of the raid at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, I had no clue that they had gone elsewhere. And therefore, it caused me to wonder if what it was that the Observer had published last year, October, I do believe, about 5, according to them, 5 PNP persons, members who were being investigated for illicit enrichment, and 3 JLP members. And they did say one of the 5 PNP members being investigated was from the municipal corporations. They never said which one. And they said the person was they gave the impression that the person was an officer, which then could either be a deputy mayor or a mayor. That's how the PNP name would get called in that. So immediately my mind flashed to that. But we don't know what is going on. We're going to have to wait for further information. And therefore, that's the news that I brought you today. So stay tuned, and as soon as more information is available, I will bring it to you. And of course, I will share my observations and have my say about what it is that I'm revealing. Yes, them things that we go on with at Jamaica 411. So let me leave you now and I will go and see what else I can find out and bring you the information. So thank you for joining me. Remember now to give the video a thumbs up, to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Leave your comments in the comment section and please share. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and walk good.